I stared at my phone, my son's message burning through the screen. Don't bother coming, Mom. Helen's parents made it clear you're not welcome. The expensive silk gown I'd laid out hours ago seemed to mock me from the bed. Beside it sat the custom-engraved silverware set, a housewarming gift that had taken months to commission. I'd already paid for everything: the venue, the catering, the imported floral arrangements. Every last cent. My hands, usually steady during million-dollar negotiations, began to shake. I called my son, Liam. Straight to voicemail. I called Helen's mother, Patricia. The number was blocked. My reflection in the bedroom mirror was unfamiliar. The woman staring back wasn't the accommodating mother-in-law, always bending to keep the peace. She was Eleanor Vance, who'd built a luxury real estate empire from a single foreclosure flip. A woman who didn't lose. The crushing hurt in my chest didn't fracture. It crystallized into something cold and sharp. If they thought they could lock me out of a door I'd bought, I would dismantle the entire house. 3 months earlier, Liam had sat in my study, his expression pleading. Mom, Patricia and Charles, their biggest wish is for a proper home in their retirement. Somewhere prestigious. I'd remained silent. Proper was their code for expensive. They'd never approved of me. A self-made woman was, to them, a gauche novelty. Helen, my daughter-in-law, viewed my success as a family bank account she was entitled to manage. Which property? I'd asked, already dreading the answer. The villa at Silver Pines Conservancy, he'd said, avoiding my eyes. A gated community known for celebrity residents. It wasn't a house, it was a statement. Liam, the company, is acquiring new commercial spaces. This isn't the time. Just this once, Mom. For family harmony, he'd said, the familiar guilt trip woven into his tone. I feel so ashamed I can't provide this for them myself. And like always, my love for him softened my resolve. I handled the purchase, negotiated the price, and signed the mortgage. Liam, Helen, and her parents only appeared for photo opportunities and to choose finishes. I was their silent financier. The final straw came the night before the party. I'd returned to my penthouse, where Liam and Helen lived rent-free, to find them laughing with Patricia, selecting linens for waitstaff I'd never met. Eleanor, back so early. Helen's smile was thin. We're just finalizing tomorrow's details. You don't need to trouble yourself. Later, from my room, I overheard Liam on the phone. Yes, Charles. The final wire went through today. Don't worry, our plan is secure. She suspects nothing. Our plan is secure. The words turned my blood to ice. The day of the party, Liam left early to help. My calls and texts went unanswered until that final, brutal message. Don't bother coming. He wasn't caught between his wife and me. He had chosen. My usefulness had expired with the last transfer. The pain was volcanic, but it forged a steely resolve. I would no longer be the victim. I was an investor cutting a toxic loss. I typed a simple reply. Understood. Let him think I'd surrendered. Then, I picked up my secure business line. First, my financial advisor. Jonathan, freeze the $1.85 million transfer to the Silver Pines developer. Flag it for legal review, possible coercion. Then cancel all cards under Liam's name. Permanently. Next, the head of sales at Silver Pines. Mr. Daniels, the purchase of Villa 7 is under dispute. As the sole funder, I never consented to transfer ownership. Send your security team to halt the event immediately, or I'll sue for fraudulent collusion. Finally, my COO. Amara, terminate Liam Vance's employment and company privileges effective immediately. Repossess the company car and freeze his access to all accounts. 3 calls. 15 minutes. I sank into a bath infused with bergamot oil as my personal phone erupted on the counter. Liam. Patricia. Helen. Liam again. The screen flashed incessantly, a frantic strobe light in the dim room. I closed my eyes, a faint, cold smile touching my lips. The lavender-scented steam soothed me. At that very moment, in the grand hall of the Silver Pines Villa, the celebration was unraveling. A security team in crisp uniforms entered, speaking quietly to a suddenly pale Charles. The elegant jazz trio stopped playing. A murmur swept through the crowd of Patricia's friends as the head of security approached the hostess. "Ma'am, we must ask all guests to depart. This property is under a legal embargo and all proceedings are halted." Patricia's face, flushed with champagne and triumph, drained of all color. "What? This is our home. There must be a mistake." "There's no mistake," the security head stated firmly. "The transaction has been frozen by the primary financier. The ownership cannot be transferred tonight." Across the room, Liam stared at his own phone, his face ashen. He finally understood the cost of his betrayal. The palace of lies he'd built for his in-laws had no foundation. I had just pulled out every single support. And as the confused, scandalized guests were ushered out into the night, I, Eleanor Vance, finally dried off, wrapped myself in a plush robe, and slept more soundly than I had in years. The game was over, and for the first time I had played to win.